Hey viewers, welcome to the course of Jurisprudence. Jurisprudence explored from the historical perspective. Today, this is lesson number 2, the historical exploration of what the jurisprudence has been in the past. The past is helping us to engage meaningfully with the present, but also to be able to speculate and make some kind of projections into the future, the legal trajectories, the legal endeavor, legal services today and those ones of tomorrow rely so much on what has been documented and recorded in the history of the practice. Let us begin with what we can get by. Under point number 2.1, Mesopotamia, what is today known as Iran and Iraq. That part of the world, there was Mesopotamia kingdom. King Hammurabi already had come up with Hammurabi Code, known as very, very restrictive kind of law that ruled as follows: an eye for an eye, a tooth for tooth. That is what we refer to as vindication. And that kind of vindictive type of law means that if you knock my tooth out, obviously I have to knock your tooth out. And that means justice and fairness within this kind of law. But this is back in the 4th century or the 3rd century BC, before Christ. Another old practice where we can get the knowledge of law and understanding of law is under point 2.2, the execution on criminal charges against Socrates, or the father of philosophy, the maestro from the city-state of Athens. The Greek philosopher was brought before justice on the ground of corrupting the youth, on the ground of not being respectful to the deities. You know, quote unquote, the Greeks were worshiping many gods. And the truth is, the philosophy of Socrates was trying to liberate the individuals and habilitate them to acquire the knowledge and to make inquiries into the truth, into the fact of reality, and relying and riding on the power of ideas. This was seen as a treason, a high treason or criminal offense to the state. And Socrates willingly and happily accepted the execution, death through poisoning, because he believed more in the idealistic world, the ideas, the world of philosophers, other than the material world, the world of matters, which to him was finite and could not explain the truth. In that case, we find also the execution in a similar manner, but not exactly under point number 2.3, the execution on criminal charges and certain of alleged offenses of Julius Caesar by the Romans. And remember, such executions were conducted with the law of the Romans, and that already there was knowledge and understanding of law by that time. Point number 2.4, the execution and the prosecution of Jesus of Nazareth. A lot has been documented, especially in the biblical stories in the Bible, how Jesus of Nazareth was accused and was subjected to certain criminal procedures, the process of criminal justice under Pilate and within the power and authority of Herod. And in this case, already we can see the use and the function of law and the understanding and the knowledge of criminal justice, the justice dealing with equality, justice dealing with civil issues. In this case, we find that the adjudication did not find Jesus of Nazareth guilty of any charges levied against him, but insisted that he had to be crucified, in which Pilate had to wash his hands and relied on the ruling of the public jury. In this case, we see so much and we read so much in the historical development of the jurisprudence, the use of law, but by that time, and even after Get It Right, the law was not part and parcel of studies. There were no universities as we have them today. The academia started by the Greek philosophers were not interested in the study of law, but they were interested in the knowledge of law, the knowledge of justice, which of course shall be explained soon after this. Give answer to the following questions. What is the jurisprudence and what is the law? We are not dealing with what is the law as per now. What we have been concerned with is the jurisprudence. Jurisprudencia. Juri refers to law. Prudence means the knowledge. And in this case, it is from two important languages, Greek and Latin. Juri is from Latin, prudencia is from Greek. And that put together is the explanation of the jurisprudence as a set of knowledge of law and justice. And that is very, very prominent. And we should be able to get this as our learning outcome for these two lessons, lesson number 1 and lesson number 2. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and bye for now.